Welcome back to another Get Ready with Me and my mom. Mercedes ×2. I never introduced my mom on the first one. We're both named Mercedes. I guess people who know the video, I've shared it on my social media, previous videos, I've shared it. They know they were both named Mercedes. But to the 4 people in the world internationally who are viewing our videos, we're both named Mercedes. And this is a Get Ready with Me, a Valentine's Day special. We're using the Lip Bar as our foundation. So our foundation, mascara, eyeliner, eyebrow. Well, if you've seen the first few videos, it's a mixture. We have a focal point and we have a mixture. So for me, it's going to be a mixture. My mom tends to be a bit more straightforward. This is what I want to use. Again, in this video, I am not going to start the journey of trying eyeshadow because I'm still scared. But you know, one day we do have, I did get us a palette that I want us to try. So I am going to try my mom's makeup technique. Okay, so also my mom came up with this great topic. I'm not gonna take over and talk all because she's like looking all cute and smiling, looking all shy. She's not guys. Once the pot starts cooking, she's in it. I personally think that she's an amazing influencer. She just knows how to go in. Me on the other hand, I just like to talk. So so our topic is going to be, I love her. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her skin. Just, can we get into this skin? Can we get into
61? Let's make sure we say that again.
61, sexy 61. sexy.
My child is crazy.
I am crazy about you, Mom. Sexy 61. But she brought up a good topic that we can discuss while we're doing our makeup. Our favorite love movies, since it's Valentine's Day,
and why
it's our favorite love movies. Child, you know, just pray for me because the movies that I was picking for love was not love related. Because Blank Man is one of my favorite movies, but it's not a love movie. But I got a different one. So we're gonna start to get into it. My mom is gonna start with her moisturization process.
Ambi, guys, I told you guys before, this is my jam. So Ambi is the first step, and then the face powder, which is, I said to you guys before, it's Avon. So
while she's moisturizing, I am going to start with my LA Colors Conceal It Corrector around my dark spot. So because I looked at my other videos and I said, what's really going on? Let's figure out how to really describe it. So what I find is that it creates when I don't use it, I find that when I use like reds, it creates sort of like what it seems like a 5 o'clock shadow underneath my foundation. And what happens is the orange neutralizes the dark areas around my mouth. Because I saw in our very first video that I posted about the lip bar, I didn't use it, and both of the Elia videos that followed, I did, and I saw a difference. So to get rid of this, I mean, the light is bright, so maybe I have to pull back a little bit, and even when I pull back, y'all can't really see it.
Yes.
But it's to get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow. So I'm gonna look down here. So
I'm looking down because I'm like knocking this off with the brush. I'm doing my powder base first. Okay, so now let's get into the movies, the love movies we like and why. Baby, what's yours?
So I decided to go with Love Jones. And And I was going back and forth because I'm like, that's such a messy movie. Like, I feel like get into the love aspect in that movie was so messy because it's like she slept with his friend. They weren't clear on what the terms of their relationship was at the beginning. But while I was like trying to figure it out, I was talking to my mom about it, and she brought up a good perspective.
And the perspective is, understand right where we are in 2022. We're looking at a movie from like 2019, 90, whatever, and said it's so messy. You have the wisdom now that they didn't have back then. They were doing the best they could. I mean, it was a mess, but they were still doing the best that they could. So to me, it wasn't really messy. To me, it was them finding their way through the weeds to get to that love that they both claimed that they were looking for.
And because she brought it up like that, I understand it. And I feel like I was probably looking at it from the standpoint of being like unrealistic, like love has to be perfect, like people have to get their things together. To be very honest, my perspective on love has changed from like last year. Like, I don't think the same way. I feel like I'm less delusional. And I'm less delusional because I'm honest with where I am. So it makes it easier for me with a perspective. My divine partner, my husband. One day, we're going to meet, baby. It makes it a lot more realistic in like accepting him because I've already accepted myself.
Nice. I'm using the Lip Bar Concealer, which I couldn't find the last time, I think. So today I have like the whole set of everything I need. So
yeah, what's your movie
Well, my number one, I actually have three, but my number one is
we could get into three.
Serendipity, because you know what you know in the end.
Mm-hmm.
She got the ring she didn't want and she accepted it, but she was like, it's okay, even though she knew that was not the ring, and she knew eventually she would have to leave this man because they were not on the same page. They were never on the same page. The thing with the glove was like, to me, so like kismet, that you meet in the weirdest ways. It's like, and they're fighting over a glove back and forth, and when they finally separated, she wrote her number and said, when you find this number, call me. And his wife gave him the perfect love of his life on their wedding night. Every time he would go into a store, he would always look for this book and open it and put it back.
Wait. Skr.
Yeah, I love this movie.
So he got a wife? Like, how does this?
He was like, no. That was
me. I'm triggered. What?
That was their gift on their wedding night. He gave her the book.
What book? See, I've never seen Serendipity, so I don't know what's going on. How can you
Oh, I can't think of
5 ingredients or less. Can you explain it?
But there was this special book that she really loved, right?
Uh-huh.
And she had it with her reading. And the night that they separated and she had to go back home, he had to go and work, they were attempting to exchange their phone numbers.
So were these people already involved in other relationships?
Yes, they were.
So they were cheating?
No, they were. They never cheated. They just knew that there was a strong connection with them.
You see, that's why. No, this is. I'm triggered. You know why I'm triggered? Because I'm like, this is the thing about keeping people who are friends, who are around you, not really your mate, and then you end up with them. I'm a side eye you. Especially if I'm the one in the relationship.
Wait a second. She actually went to Bergdorf to get him the gloves for Christmas.
Why are they buying each other gifts if they have
no, stop. She went to Bergdorf to get her partner the gloves.
Okay.
He went to Bergdorf to get his partner the gloves. They both thought the same thing for their partners. That's how they met. There was one pair of gloves left. She went to pick it up. He went to pick it up, and they both pull one, and they were like, "It's mine, and it's mine. It's mine. I was here first. You were here first." Back and forth, right? But that's how they met. To me, it's like what is supposed to be is gonna be no matter what.
I get that. I'm kind of triggered though.
And when he finally found out her name and found out where she actually stayed, because they never exchanged last names, which is really
They shouldn't exchange
crazy.
anything because they got relationships.
They attempted to exchange phone numbers and never did. What happened? No. What happened was, when he gave her his phone number, a garbage truck came and blew the paper out of her hand.
It wasn't time.
It was not time. It was not time, but it was always meant. So on his wedding night, because he realized that he's never going to meet her again, he might as well just marry the person he was with.
But
so he kind of like,
but my thing is
attempting to settle in a weird way.
Yeah.
And when it all came down to it, they would go into bookstores and he'll pick up the book and a number isn't there and he'll put it back. And his wife saw him do that. His fiance,
what number?
she put her phone number in a book and said,
"Oh, so he was still searching for the book."
He was searching for the
I'm
book.
triggered by this, man. I'm still trying to figure out. So, guys, what I am doing is I'm doing a full makeup look as though I'm actually doing my makeup for like a date. So what I usually do is when I fill in my eyebrows, I do put concealer on the outline of my brow. That actually gives it my brows to look as though they've been tweezed or waxed. I personally do not tweeze or wax my eyebrows. In the last video I already said they were Scarceville, so I don't do anything to them but fill them in and let them be natural, because you know the abundance of the brow did not come into this vessel from my mom. As you can see, look, edges, brows. So that's what I'm doing right now. Ma, you can finish your story. I'm triggered though, because I'm just like
she would always look for the book. He would always look for the book.
You know why I'm triggered?
Yeah,
I'm triggered.
You think that they're cheating, but they're not.
No, not because they're cheating, but I'm triggered because I don't necessarily want to ever feel like I'm in a relationship and someone is settling with me.
But she didn't know though. They didn't know. That's the whole point about it. They had no idea.
I think people be knowing when they settle. They don't want to be honest.
They had no idea. And
I think
the fact that he kept looking, and on the wedding night, when she gave him the book and he opened it, it's like he froze, because this is the thing.
Like he got married. He got married, and
he never got married. Then it was their wedding, the night before their wedding.
Okay.
So that's when he called it off, because he knew he could marry her.
Right. So I am using the E.L.F. Complete Concealer. You never could see it. The E.L.F. Complete Concealer Kit, and I only use one side. This side only, to do my brows. Now we're gonna get into this. The foundation that we're using is Fast Face Skin Serum Foundation, and remember I said with the Lip Bar they do a number scale. So my number is 0.4. My mom's number is 0.1. I told y'all we wasn't the same. And so the beauty of this is it's supposed to come, it has the brush that comes in top. So essentially all you're supposed to do is the fast face. All you're supposed to do is pump and then just put it on your face. But I never like to use this brush by itself because I feel like it streaks, just to be honest. So I usually just pump, dab it on my face.
So that's my number one favorite movie of all. It's like nothing could top that to me, because I believe in what is meant to be will meant to be, no matter what comes in the way, no matter what road you take. If you're meant to be with somebody, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, I know you're gonna end up with that person. You could get with somebody and say jank up the journey, but that doesn't mean that journey doesn't end up where it's supposed to be.
I also feel like that's how you might actually look at love. Like I don't necessarily, why it's triggering for me is because I feel like once you get with someone, you should be very sure that you're not settling. In a way, you should be sure. I put that.
Actually, everybody knows whether they're set. But I believe personally,
Yeah.
that everybody knows when they get with someone if they are settling or not. And I know some people are going to say, "But you don't know." That is fine if you want to say that. But I know in my heart of heart, deep down, when you lay down in your bed at night, you know, God, he's really cute and my family really like him. But you know, no, that is not it.
And that's how I feel. That's how I'm just like, I do like the idea of serendipity in the sense that, you know, what is yours essentially, regardless of the journey in life, it will come back to you, and that's the beautiful part of it. But I just feel like
I just add this part of it. When he found the book and he had the phone number, he actually went after somebody with her name, and it was completely not them, and he decided to be alone. When she decided eventually that this janky guy, his Middle Eastern music, yada yada yada, Hare Krishna, was the one for her. She decided to be alone.
Oh, so they did break up
with their significant other.
Oh, you missing a vital part,
and
Mom.
they both were absolutely alone.
Oh, and then they found each other.
And then they found each other.
Okay.
I mean, it's like they didn't really cheat. They didn't do all that, but they knew. And they went back to the Bergdorf Goodman counter on their 1 year anniversary. And they both took champagne, and the guy at the counter said, "There is no drinking in this store." No, he was like flipping out because they were like, "We're gonna have champagne right here because this is where we met." That was absolutely nice. But they both ended up alone and then found each other. So they didn't. Nobody actually cheated on anybody, but they were just in each other's heart, no matter what.
Or because it wasn't like they were cheating. It's just that you being with someone and desiring somebody else. I'm like, you know, Fantasia said, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Yes.
So
which makes sense. Okay.
Right. If you're not sure, don't waste my time.
This is the eyeshadow palette, the BB eyeshadow. We don't know where we got it from.
Oh yeah, I do know it. I do remember it. Yeah. It is That's So Betty eyeshadow palette, and I probably got it from Ipsy. Okay,
so I'm using the first taupe one as my base. I'm gonna put that all over. I have to use a pink, so I think I'm gonna put pink this time on the outside, and gold is gonna be on the inside, or the plum color. It depends. I have to see how my hand goes with this one. So this is my base. And my base goes all over the lid, under the top, the bottom of my eyebrow.
I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
You are doing pretty good. How's the time going?
The time is, because I'm looking at the time while we're recording, and we're at like 18 minutes. Essentially, we wanted to be at like 20 minutes.
We're at 18 minutes right now?
We're at 18 minutes right now.
Oh, we're done.
We're at 18 minutes, so. But I'm just like, let me just
go.
So
what's your other one?
My other ones aren't really love movies, but Blank Man is one of my favorite movies, and Blank Man
I don't understand this one.
Blank Man is my boyfriend in my head, first of all. And why I like Blank Man is because he was sort of like a nerd, and he got like the hot girl. I don't know how this applies to me, because frankly, I'm gonna tell y'all gonna judge me on this. I don't care. he got the hot girl. I never really like to have a mate that everyone feels like is overwhelmingly attractive, because I'm just like, you know, maybe it's my insecurity. I'm like, don't come for my man. Like, I don't need those other distractions. But if he is, I do not have a sharpener. Okay. If he is someone who is very, like, what I want to say, who is not all that attractive, you're not really seeing him like that, I'm probably just being very selfish. But I don't know. I just felt like it was like a beautiful love story, because he got the girl by just being his awkward self. And of course he was also helping his community. He was a superhero, Blank Man. And it's funny, but ultimately it's a love story, and I didn't realize how many like weird love stories that I like, because I like Blank Man. I also like Edward Scissorhands. My mother does not think Edward Scissorhands is a love story, but I do. He they loved each other. Essentially, they couldn't be together because you know, he was not finished. As he would say, because when the mom went up in the castle when she was trying to sell her Tupperware, and his creator died, and she saw him and he came out. My favorite scene was when he came out and he was like with his little scissor hands. He was like, "I'm not done yet." Oh my God! And she took him in as her child. Just so I also feel with myself that there's part of me that feels like love has to be dark. And love has to be a challenge. I don't necessarily, there are no love movies that I particularly like where it's like people are in love, they just move forward and that's that. Like, those are not the movies that I gravitate to. The ones that I gravitate to tend to have, you know, some stuff going on. and I feel like that's how my relationships are. Now that I know that's how I look at love, it's not like I go after toxic relationships, but I understand I'm someone who sort of like, I want to know the chips up front. I want to know the mess that we dealing with. I want to know challenges. I want to know what we're going to work through so that it's no surprises.
There has to be surprises. Nobody knows 100% of themselves up front. Nobody knows.
I mean, that's true, and I think that's probably something else that I need to work through. Like, don't expect all the mess up front.
Yeah.
And when you don't get it up front, don't make it also seem like you being slighted, because sometimes people, the reality, sometimes people are still unloading.
They're still being made with themselves also.
Right.
Okay. So I realized, as we decided to talk about this, I like two Queen Latifah movies, Just Right and Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up with her man. I know that's how my story has to end. You gotta end up loving somebody and somebody loving you completely. No matter all the back and forth, yada 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 happens in between.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw Just Right on Bounce last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized a few things about that. What is meant to be will be, no matter what. Two things I really took away from that. One is what is meant to be will be. The second one is, are you living your best life? Are you really living your best life? Oh, the lipstick I have on is Tom Ford. What's the name of it?
Tom Ford. This is True Coral. Tom Ford, I'm putting y'all on notice. This is the third time we bringing y'all up. Okay? This is the third time. This is the third time.
This has been my first Tom Ford lipstick. I decided today that I was gonna wear the lipstick I really love, and that's it. Now I'm just putting it on. It's a soft matte, but it's not a drying matte. It doesn't dry my lips out. So this is like the lip gloss. I'm just gonna put that on the center of the top and the bottom, which is what I completely like.
So there was a few things that I went through that I didn't share. So I used the E.L.F multi-use pigment as blush, and like a little, you know, little rosy, because you know you want to be cutesy, give them a little face card on point. Yes. For your man. You got that little wink there. And I also, so I do have eyeshadow stuff, y'all, that I don't be using, but look, it's progress. So I use this Lip Bar, they have a liquid eyeshadow, it's called Girl Next Door, and I use it in the corner of my eyes.
That's nice,
because it's a little pretty. Now I just don't know what lip I want to do. If I want to do Boy Trouble,
I want to 4 different Lip Bar lipsticks, guys.
Look. I'm committed. Committed. For a long time, I was not even wearing like lipstick. I was just wearing these. I would only wear these, and I have a whole bunch of lipsticks that I have not worn since I came in contact with the lip bar. So I don't know. So sometimes what I do is I mix. I'll do Boy Trouble and like Hot Mess, and it'll be like a
pinky red. That's nice.
Let me just show y'all. And look, this video is about to be another 30 minutes. Oh well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
You guys see, mommy has been done, okay? Mommy has been done.
Mommy's always done. And she looks cute too. She looks very cute. I'm like, how do I usually... Now I'm trying to figure out. Do I do the pink at the bottom and the red on top? I think I usually do the pink
at the bottom.
Pink at the bottom. So I'm going to layer it and do Playmate. Because we're trying to be somebody's Playmate. I'm a little spicy today. Is it because it's Valentine's Day? Also, she got new wigs. So I'm taking a break from my braids. So I feel like this hair makes me a little extra sassy. But I'm gonna, let's see, do I wanna, ooh, look, I could do it here. Yeah, we go, ooh. You know, Mom, I have to tell you something. Are you ready? Are you ready for
just as much?
I love you too, but I have to tell you something. I have the most luscious lips, and I get it from my mama. That's what I had to tell her. Oh, look, it's all messed up. Let me look down here. I don't like how that's looking. Huh. Okay. I got it from my mama. Thank you.
That's in our family. Luscious lips.
All right. So, what's the other movies? So, Just Right.
And Holiday. The Holiday. When her aunt died, and then she was supposedly sick.
Oh, I love that movie. LL Cool J?
Yeah. And she always wanted to be a chef. I mean, she was cooking for years, taking pictures of her food, putting them in this old-fashioned album that was like so great. Her neighbors were like in love with her because she was always giving them like amazing food because she would cook things that she doesn't even eat. However, she went to the doctor because she supposedly had a headache and she was diagnosed with some weird deadly disease in which she had like 3 months to live, and she was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and cash out my aunt's life insurance because it's mine, and I'm going to just go on a trip. With all that being said, ins and out, up and down, she just knows she is dying, so she's living her best life. She went skydiving. I mean, she was just living her best life.
So another part of this movie, another part of this movie was that she created a vision board. So when all of this, she had a vision book. When all of this went down, she was like, oh, I'm living my best life. Like, I don't care. I'm going to do every single thing that I have in this book because I don't have a lot of life to live. And let me tell you something. LL Cool J was her love interest.
That was her love crush.
She had a crush on him. Ooh.
But he was like, he was a kind of a geek in the source, and she decided he didn't make a move and she is dying, so she's just going to go and live her best life. Oh, he went to find her because he had a crush on her too. But
he went to
check into some snow. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing.
It's amazing. Let me bring this hair down because you know it's part of the process.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was good. I like the idea that love would always find a way. Oh, that's a song.
Is it?
Who sing that song? Love will find a way. Is it George Benson? No. Somebody sang this song, Love will find a way. Who sang it? I don't remember. But
so, you know I always got to pull back.
Yeah.
This is cute, Mom. Listen. This is cute. I'm very satisfied with my minimal look. I know y'all are going to get tired of, they're like, Mercedes really does her makeup the same way all the time. Her mother at least gives us eyeshadows and things like that. Mercedes, she does not. It's a different color lip. She does the same thing with her face. I'm committed to sticking to what I know.
But the next one, guys, we're going to do our makeup each other's way. So I'm going to do her way. She's going to do mine. We're going to see how that works because I need something on my eyes.
So how we're going to start, we're going to do one episode where we're just, whoever decides what makeup we're going to follow, that's what we're going to do. The next one, I think I'll just follow my mom's routine and I'll do eyeshadow. pray for me. I'm scared, y'all. And you know why I'm scared? I'm scared because I feel like it's gonna look ugly.
It is not going to look ugly.
Because I feel like she has time and she has like confidence in like doing it for so many years.
Yes,
I'm definitely not confident with doing eyeshadow, so I'm scared.
Guys, I just want to share this. I have like young girls who call me mom, call me aunt, whatever, and some of them say, I don't have time for all that stuff. Come on, Mercedes, Mom, Mercedes, stop with all of this. Here's the thing: if you grew up with a parent who did the minimalist anything on their face, that is exactly what you are going to do, and you will say their words. You do not have time. One friend I have, her mom just use Vaseline on her lips, so she just wear lipstick, and to her that's like enough, and that is not enough. We have the time to adorn us. Come on, what's the problem? I don't get it. But I can't go to the house. I can't go to work any day without the whole production. I wake up earlier, I get it done, and that's it.
And that's exactly where I get it from. Like, I could never be a woman who does not wear makeup, who does not take care of her skin, who does not do certain things, because I learned it from my mom. That's why I wanted to have this segment a part of my YouTube, because who else would I want to discuss makeup with than the person who actually taught me how to do makeup? And I do feel like we can navigate through the different spaces, because there's different things that we use, but essentially we care about skin and looking like ourselves, and I feel like we always do a good job of looking like ourselves.
So guys, this was us. It went past the 20 minutes again.
It did. It's actually like 31 minutes at this point.
I tapped out at 22, but whatever.
So this is us. This is our Valentine's Day look for you guys. So another thing that I wanted to point out is we're wearing our own brand shirts. So we also have online boutiques.
Yes.
We also have online boutiques. My mom's website is
Leoli.com,
where you can get a Leoli t-shirt. And also I have on my embroidered heart, hand embroidered, let you guys know. She's a little talented. Hand embroidered tees available. A limited amount will be available on Shop MB Style. So we're repping ourselves while we're looking beautiful.
Yes. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. See you guys in the next video. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much to the 4 people who already have done that. You know, worldwide, we already got 4 babies, so be good.
Yes. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.